Hey guys, what's up, how's it going? Welcome back to today's video, and inside today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the stocks I'm going to be buying and adding to my portfolio this week, and I'll give you guys a big update on my portfolio because of the past couple days, the stock market's been going crazy, so I'll give you guys an update with that. I'm also going to show you guys the stocks I'm going to be buying for this week. If you guys are brand new to the channel, I've been building out a dividend-based portfolio on this channel since the beginning of this year, and throughout that whole entire time, I've basically been posting updates on a regular basis, showing you guys the stock that I hold, showing you guys how my portfolio has been doing, and showing you guys the dividends and the earnings that the portfolio has made. So in today's video, we're going to start by giving you guys a quick little update on the portfolio, then I'm going to show you guys the stocks that I'm buying, and then I'll probably finish the video showing you guys some of the earnings that the portfolio has made me so far. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you guys want to follow alongside with me and you guys want to see more Canadian-based investing content, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and can you guys do me a big favor and smash that like button if you guys enjoyed this video. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to be covering here is I'll give you guys an update on the dividend stock portfolio, then we're going to jump in the REITs, and I'll show you guys an update on the REITs because the REITs are doing absolutely crazy right now. So I'll give you guys an update on the overall portfolio, and then I'll jump into the individual stocks on the Wealthsimple desktop app and show you guys how each individual stock is doing. So here's my dividend-based portfolio. As you guys can see here, we have $6,749 in total, and over the past day, we are up 0.78%. So over the past day, Canadian stocks and the stock market in general has been jumping up. And if you go over the past week, you guys will see here that over the past couple days, things went pretty crazy. As soon as the election finished and the U.S. election finished, and then there was announcements of a new vaccine, it looks like the stock market went up quite a bit because in the past week, we went up 7.07% with our dividend stocks, which is a total of $445, and for the time being it seems like things are just going up. And if we go over the past month or so, we can see that we're up 5.36%. so a lot of those losses that we had in the past couple months have basically are gone now, and we're back going up really high. And as you guys can see, in the past 3 months we're up 3.81%, which is $247. And if we go all time in our dividend stock portfolio, we are up $348. That's 5.445%, so that's pretty crazy. Things have been absolutely crazy over the past couple days, and our REIT stocks are actually doing even more crazier here inside our REIT portfolio. I'll give you guys a quick little update on this. It's absolutely crazy. So the past 1 day, we are up 1.26%. So REITs are still rising up over the past day. In the past week, we are up 10.74% in 1 week. That is absolutely crazy, $447. And over the past month, 11.74%, which is once again almost $500 in the past month. If we go over the past 3 months, that's 12.127%, $500. And if we go overall, that's 13.78%. The REIT portfolio is up right now. That's $558. That is pretty crazy. REITs are absolutely doing crazy, but the overall stock market is actually up quite a bit here. So let's jump inside a Wealthsimple Trade desktop app and let's check and take a peek at the individual stocks and see how they're doing inside my portfolio. Okay, so the first stocks we're going to talk about is going to be the dividend-based stocks. I'm just going to go through these really quickly, guys, and show you guys the return on each individual stock, and then I'll show you guys the stocks that I'm actually buying for this week. So the first stock we have here is Algonquin Power and Utilities Corp. We have 1 share of that. We are up 5% in the past couple days. Bank of Nova Scotia is the second one. We have 3 shares of that, up 10.46%, as you guys can see here in the right column. CIBC stock up 13.9%. Enbridge, funnily enough, Enbridge is actually down 3%. Enbridge can't seem to get a break, but Fortis is up 2.43%, Manulife up 12.39%, Polaris is down -3%, TransAlta Renewables up 17%, but they were pretty high up before. Royal Bank of Canada is up 3%, Spheria Corp is up 5.39%, Shaw Communications is down -7.5%, TELUS Corp up 5.54%, TD up 6.74%, VDY, which is the overall market fund, Canadian ETF, is up 3.74%, and this is a good indicator that the overall Canadian market, especially in like the finance sectors and whatnot, in the power utility sector, is actually up quite a bit because we're up 3.74%. VYM, which is our US ETF based here, we have 2 shares of that, is up 5.12%. So this also shows us that a lot of US stocks are up quite a bit right now. So as you guys can see, like a lot of stocks inside our dividend portfolio are up right now. I just wanted to give you guys a quick little update on each individual one. So let's jump inside the REIT portfolio here really quickly, and I'll show you guys what REIT stocks are actually up to. So the first one we have is BPY, that's Brookfield Property Partners. This is up 30%, absolutely crazy, $105 inside the portfolio. This one just keeps going up. Dream Industrials REIT is up quite a bit too as well, 12.82%. H&R REIT went up is still going up pretty crazy, 22.37%. RioCan got a nice big burst too, up 6.29%. CR First Asset Canadian REIT is up 11%. VRE, our main ETF fund, is up 10%. So once again, this is an overall indicator that the overall Canadian real estate market is up, which is good. XRE as well is up 5.46%. They got a lot of gain in the past couple days. And then once again, we have ZRE, which is another ETF we have here at the bottom, up 6%. So everything in the stock market, and specifically especially the Canadian stock market, and especially Canadian REITs, are doing absolutely crazy right now. So the portfolio is doing quite well. Alright guys, so the first stock I'm going to be buying onto my list is going to be Algonquin Power and Utilities, and we have $211 inside the portfolio, so I'm going to be buying a couple shares of this, and then I'm also going to use the other shares to buy a couple shares of VDY to buy the overall market. So the main reason why I want to buy Algonquin Power and Utilities Corp is because this is a long-term utilities-based company coming out of Canada, and they have a nice good dividend yield, a nice history of good growth, and I think this is going to be a really good long-term buy. As you guys can see here, it's just got a strong history of good growth, and they're doing really well right now, so I definitely want to buy it and add a couple more shares to my portfolio. And I'll click on here inside Wealth Simple Trade, and we can see in the past week it is currently up 3.33%, so not a huge rise, so I think it's still a good opportunity to buy. And yes, this will be one I'll definitely be holding in the long run. So I think we're going to buy about, I think I can buy about maybe 5 shares of Algonquin Power and Utilities. Ends up being about $106 Canadian. So we'll buy that and we'll add that to our order here. And the second stock I'm going to be adding to my dividend-based portfolio is going to be an ETF called VDY. So like I mentioned earlier, guys, this is an ETF that I've been adding to my portfolio. I want to make the bulk of this portfolio in Canadian stocks, and this is the main ETF I wanted to pick because it is a dividend-based ETF. We currently have about 29% of this portfolio. I kind of want to bring this up to about maybe 40% of the portfolio. So I'm going to be buying this, and it's currently up about 3.74%. So this is nice to see, and I think over the past week it went up about 7.85%. So it's actually doing quite well. So it's nice to see that increase. And I'll go over to the holdings details just so you guys can see the ETF if you're not familiar. But a lot of like Canadian banks and stuff like that, a lot of the big companies in Canada are in here. As you guys can see, RBC, TD, Enbridge, Bank of Nova Scotia, Bank of Montreal, CIBC, Bell, Manulife, you know, all these really big companies and whatnot. So it's a good ETF to hold, and it's one of the main ones I'm going to be adding inside my portfolio. So today I'm going to be using the rest of my money to buy a couple shares of that. We're going to go with, I think, 3 shares. It should be enough to use up the rest that we have here. So I'm going to type in 3 shares of VDY. We'll buy that. And then we're going to move on over to our REITs, and let's talk about our REITs really quickly here. So let's go back to my portfolio. And the REIT I'm going to be buying for this week is one I talked about recently, and that is going to be RioCan. So let's talk about RioCan. Let's go over it really quickly here. So RioCan in the past week is up about 9.23%. So I did a video on RioCan not too long ago. I talked about it, and it's kind of funny. Like as soon as I did the video, you know, RioCan went up so much. But if you go the past year or so, we can see that RioCan still has a long ways to go. I do think after doing more research into RioCan that they are a REIT that's going to do well in the future. We just kind of gonna wait for it to happen. And as you guys can see, it's currently down about 37.9%. So still lots of growth. So I think if RioCan is going to recover, I think it's definitely going to be a big REIT that's going to do well, and I think it's definitely worth investing into. So we have about $65 to trade here inside RioCan. So I think we can buy about maybe 3 shares of RioCan. Let's see how much that adds up to be. We type in 3 here, that's 48. Let's see how much 4 is. 4 shares is 64. That might be enough, unless we do a limit trade here. So we'll try a limit buy, and we'll see if we can do that. So a limit buy of 4 shares, and we'll put 16.22, and if I believe correctly, it'll put that order in, and it'll only buy it for that price. That's something I actually should start doing with all my trades, or make it a little bit lower. So if it dips, but I don't know if it's going to dip right now. So let's just put this order in, and that's something you guys can do if you want. I know a lot of you guys have been mentioning about that, so that's something I'm gonna be doing more in the future. But I do think RioCan is going to be good. I do think they're going to do well, and even though they are up right now, you know, the dividend yield is still good. Our overall performance for RioCan is we have 44 shares. $713 total value. We are up 6.22% for RioCan, so it went up quite a bit, and it's about 15% of the portfolio. So we do have a lot in RioCan, but I still think it's worth buying, and we do have a lot of it in the ETFs as well. So that's something to consider as well. But I do believe that I want to buy more individual shares because I do think RioCan is going to do well going into the future. Alright guys, so that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and be sure to give it a big thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it. I'll put a link to my top 8 Canadian stocks to buy. That's a video I did the other day. There'll be a card if you guys want to click that. Check that video out if you guys want to see some of my most interested Canadian stocks to buy going into 2021. So check that video out if you guys missed it. But other than that guys, thanks for watching today guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Take care and have yourself a good day.